Right, so I'm on the road back down to my place, and I've achieved everything I set out to achieve today. A decent stash of cash. I had a decent meal. Found a past its time but still kind of cool hotel with Wi-Fi. Got some work done, although it was a little bracing actually. And went to the supermarket, picked up some supplies, and scoped out a nearby hotel with Wi-Fi. Hopefully it'll be working in the morning to work out if my place here doesn't have the Wi-Fi working by the morning. So I achieved everything I set out to achieve. We'll just see if the gods are kind. Anyway. Right, just to clarify what I said earlier in case you're not cartographers. So Cameroon has, if you like, along the horizontal axis, a southern border with 3 countries. Equatorial Guinea, which is relatively small on the sea, then Gabon, which surrounds the lower part of Equatorial Guinea to the east and the south, and then further across with the Republic of Congo. So I kind of have 3 options to cross. If I can't do Equatorial Guinea, I can try Gabon. If I can't get Gabon, I can try and go all the way round into Congo. But at first glance, all of them are fairly difficult to obtain. At least it's not the only way. Cameroon was the only way without flying. So this is spreading the odds a little bit, which is good. I've got to get it done. Good afternoon, friends. So it's Monday afternoon, and I found quite a good place to work. A resort hotel, very quiet. I think they're happy to have me. That there is my office for the week. I've got 15 minutes before I start class. I've got Magda and then Tamash. And then I've got pretty much a full day tomorrow, Wednesday. But I've made an executive decision. I mentioned yesterday, having looked at the visa regs and systems for Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and Congo, I'm going to focus all of my efforts on the Congo. I've done some research, and I sent emails to the following countries. I'll come back to that in a second. Because this country does have a border with the Congo, I found a reference to a recently instituted bus service from Douala, which is my next stop, all the way to Brazzaville, which is the capital of the Congo, just across the river from Kinshasa. It annoys me because I would have liked to have gone through Equatorial Guinea and Gabon, but the visa situation is, unless I can pull something off, is just prohibitive. It's just prohibitive. The Equatorial Guinea visa, for example, you are required to have an introductory and authorization letter from the Ministry of Security in Malabar, which is on the island, which is at this point very difficult to obtain. So I think I'm just going to focus all of my energy on Congo. I'm still going to go to all 3 embassies. But I'm going to go to Congo first and focus on that. Once I have that kind of ideally squared away with minimal fuss, I can worry about the other stuff. The upshot is I lose 2 of the 22 countries. But what that would mean is the only requirement for visas for the remainder of this trip is the Congo and the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is 2 separate countries. The DRC is going to be a challenge. But if I can get a month visa in the Congo, I can travel around a little bit, because Brazzaville is literally the point of crossing to get into the DRC anyway. But also it means I can focus all of my energy then on obtaining a DRC visa. Thereafter, and I have confirmed this, Angola, which is after the DRC, does not have any visa requirement for British citizens at all. You can just rock up with a yellow fever certificate and get stamped in. Namibia does have a visa requirement, but it's available at the border with minimal fuss. And South Africa, of course, does not have a visa requirement for British people. So once I get to Kinshasa, that will be it. That will be it for visas. Because this trip has been so hard. And I still have a very long way to go, of course. But 65% of the stress and the hassle and the money has been acquiring visas. So if I can get through this with 2 more visa requirements, that's a good day. Anyway, I'm going to settle in now, do some work, and have some lunch. Hope smiling. Oh yeah, sidebar. I've been through rainy seasons all over the place. But this reminds me of Yucatan, because it's absolutely incessant. I mean, right now it's raining, but it's like a fine mist, and everything, the entire country is so damp. My clothes from nearly 3 days ago still are not completely dry because the air is just so saturated. It is beautiful though. The face you make when you wake up at 5:45, you lie in bed for half an hour, you get up, you sort your shit out, you have breakfast, you shower, you leave the place you're staying, walk 10 minutes to the main road, get a moto taxi, 5 minutes, get into the hotel, set up everything, and you send out your meeting invitation to your student, and it comes back out of office, and you think, maybe last week he said he was on holiday. It's good that my autopilot gets me to work perfectly on time. Of course it is. But maybe I should like work out a spreadsheet or something. Because my next class is in 2 hours. Kind of glad I made it to the hotel because look at it. This country is the wettest country I have ever seen. And bear in mind that's me talking. It's just astonishing. The ground hasn't been dry since I arrived in this country. As my dearest Princess Hallie said, that's a Brit saying that, so it's saying quite a lot. Yeah. Where asphalt goes to die. Good afternoon, friends. So it's Thursday, it's about 1:30, I've finished work for the day and done my end of month administration. And I'm just headed back to my accommodation, relax and pack for the rest of the day. And then I'm headed off to Douala in the morning. I've got the route worked out. But on the way back, I'm going to do what I've done the last 2 days, which is stop at a Mama San's private house. There's a little sign outside saying food is ready, which is quite a regular thing to see in this area, which is quite a good advertising strategy. It makes you feel hungry. Okay, and she said she was going to make the good boiled potatoes today with the spicy sauce, and it's very, very cheap, of course. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Look at this. Look at this. My belt has mold. This country is so damp. Look at this. Oh my God.